okay, so I have a friend. We will keep names out of this for...
Of course.
Friend of mine in high school. A bit of a... He doesn't, like, give a shit in terms of, like, asking for things, if that makes sense. He could be at your house, and, like, if he likes something that he sees, he'll be like, can I have that? Like, no.
I like the confidence that he has, though.
Right?
It's
It's
just
like, why would I give this to you? He's like, well, I just like it. It's like, okay.
Because you never... You know, people have said yes to him.
Yes. Exactly.
He's
right?
like, I'm just gonna try.
So, anyway, one day, and Guitar Hero was super popular at the time. Big fad.
It was.
And because of that, I actually, like, got out more in high school, because I was good at Guitar Hero and had fun playing it. So, like, a lot of people would have, like, these drinking parties, and Guitar Hero would always just be, like, set up.
It was always at parties back in that day.
Exactly, and I was really good at it. My friend, he had, like, the guitars and everything, and he'd come over, like, every day, and we'd play after school. He, like, walked down across town with these 2 plastic guitars and his fucking disc. Super funny. Probably looked like such a loser. But anyway... Love you, bro.
Oh,
but anyway, he'd walk all the way down to my place, like a 40-minute walk. And we'd play for a couple of hours. I remember he came over this one day. There was this bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. Like, just a full bag. Just sitting on my fucking kitchen table. And I guess they were there for a couple of days. Because, like, every time he walked by, I guess he'd, like, look at them and be like, oh, shit, man. Cool Ranch Doritos.
Just real quick, I forgot that you had to explain the original nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot of exposition.
There is a lot of exposition to this. I guess he's mouth-watering every day when he comes over seeing these fucking things. So after like 6 or 7 days of us playing Guitar Hero every day for like a week, he fucking just managed to like looked at me. He's like, hey man, like those Cool Ranch Doritos, are you gonna eat those? And of course my response was, fuck, Cool Ranch Doritos, I don't give a fuck. Like gross, they're not mine. Yeah. Right? I was like, go ahead. And he's like, oh, sweet. So anyway, he takes them, puts them in his book bag, and then leaves. And my brother, who was like sitting down in the same room as us, looks at me and goes, did he just like take the fucking bag of chips and leave? Right? And I was like, yeah, that's weird. He's like, right? I thought he was just gonna like take a couple. But he just like takes the full bag, puts them in his book bag. He's like, okay, guys, see ya. And we're like, huh. So my brother decides his name is Chips from now on. Like, we're calling him Chips. Because he's the guy that stole the bag of chips. Shit! I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, that one there doesn't matter. You're going to...
Fuck.
Rough.
Yeah.
Oh, his arms are behind him. Oh, that sucks.
See you put his shield up?
Oh. Oh my god.
He doesn't have a fucking shield, but he keeps putting it up. He left with the chips, and he became Chips from then on. And it, like, the story stuck. Right? Because we live in a small town. When you get a nickname...
You're pegged for life.
Yeah, you're... What the fuck is this game, dude?
I knew it was coming, and I was like, no way.
Oh my god, this is so fucking dumb.
Oh, that sucks.
I love this game, everybody. Chips was a good friend of mine, and we would go to these parties and drink and play Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
So one day we were at this house party, and there was like fucking 400 people into this house. Like, it was ridiculous. And we're in the living room, and it's packed, and we're playing Guitar Hero. And there's a bunch of like there's a bunch of snacks and shit. Thank you. Yeah. There's a bunch of snacks and shit laid out, like bowls of chips and things like that. Specifically chips. And of course, my friend, rather than eat from the bowl, wants to eat from the bag. Because, you know, I guess if nobody notices him, he's gonna fucking run off with them. Right? So he's there, and he's sitting next to me, and he's just like, oh man, like, there's a bag of chips there. And I was like, yes, there's a bag of chips there. And I'm playing Guitar Hero, and I already know where it's fucking going. So he's like, oh, sweet. And he's looking around like nobody's saying anything because he's holding the bag. And he's like, I guess I can eat them. And he, like, opens it up. And as soon as he opens up the bag, this just disgusting waft of shit Goes through the entire room. And everybody's like, what the fuck is that? Like, who fucking farted? Who shit themselves, right? And, like, you know, one by one, people started to leave the room. And then the smell didn't go away. Right? So, I mean, people started to leave the room in troves then. And my buddy's just sitting next to me eating these fucking chips. And he's like, man, like, that's fucking disgusting. Like, what is that smell? Right? And I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know. It's bad. It's so fucking bad. And I play, like, 2 or 3 songs.
He's still in the room.
Yeah, and I'm playing, like, 2 or 3 songs, and he's still eating these fucking chips. And, oh, fuck, I feel so bad.
No, we've gotten this far. Tell them.
Anyway,
tell them what happened.
It gets too much for me, and I get up, and I'm like, man, I'll be right back. And I get up, and I go into the kitchen, and everybody that was in the living room, there's like 50 people now in the kitchen, all fucking howling and laughing and having a good time. And I walk in, and I grab a beer, and I'm like, what's everybody doing, right? Like, and they were like, bro, are you eating any of those chips? And I was like, no, why? I'm playing Guitar Hero. Everybody's like, okay. So, like, here's what happened. So, there was a guy at this party that knew about the chip story. So, he went out of his way to open up a king-size bag of chips and take a shit in them. Like, in the bottom of the bag and turn it upside down. And then he resealed it. And then put it in the living room next to him.
Oh,
like, with the mentality of whatever happens, happens.
Legend.
Right? And of course, I'm thinking to myself, shit, this is my friend. But it's fucking funny. So I'm laughing, right, with everybody. And I go out to tell him. And as soon as I go out, I see him eating the fucking chips. And he's just going... Oh man, it fucking reeks.
Reeks here, guys.
And I'm like, I'm trying to tell him, like, dude, stop eating the chips.
Yeah.
There's fucking shit in there, right?
I mean, you couldn't get it out.
But I couldn't. I was laughing too fucking hard. I couldn't get it out, man. And he's just like, fucking... And I'm like, put the chips away. And he's like, no, man, they're great. And like, what do you do? I'm just fucking like, I'm in tears, like stamping my feet, like keeled over, like trying to fucking get out. There's shit in that fucking bag, right? And eventually I get it out, and he's just like, no, man, there's not shit in there. But he's eaten so many at this point that when he looks into the bottom of the fucking bag, there's the pile of fucking shit. Just like staring back at him, and he's just like, oh, that's fucking gross.
Whoa, who did this?
So his name from then on went from Chips to Shitty Chips.
You guys are fucked for calling him Shitty Chips.
Listen, I didn't fucking do it.
Okay, and this is where the argument comes in. I think he's a bad friend for that.
I tried to tell him. It's not like I was sitting there going, oh, look at you eating shit. Right? Like, well, I was, but not intentionally.
The fact that you laughed so hard that you couldn't physically get it out of your system.
It was so funny, though. Like, it just, the fucking...
If I was perfect. If I was in that situation and you knew that I was eating chips and you were laughing so hard,
you would have been shitting yourself from laughter. That's all you would have been doing. We both would have been in a shitty predicament.
Oh, I don't know, man. That poor guy.
Listen, he fucking had it coming.
Okay? Why? Because he liked chips?
He liked chips too much. Like, there's a difference between liking chips and just fucking...
He liked it too much.
Being a fiend for them.
Oh, man. That's a life
just
lesson.
Die.
Oh, God. I love that story.
God, it's... Anyway, that was the argument. The argument was, is it my fault for letting him continue. Like, what did you want me to do? Like, rip it out of his hands and slap him with it? Like,
take the chips from him. Yeah.
He's a grown boy, man.
Are you kidding me? We're grown. If I'm about to eat some chips and a shit bag,
you already ate my shit,
and then you don't just grab the bag. I'll be like,
we're just gonna skim over
of course
that?
I'd be like, what the fuck?
We're just gonna skim over the fact you ate my shit.
We already talked about that.
Did we?
Yeah. Fucking
did you
my
put it
pizza.
in?
My pizza.
Did you put it in an episode?
Maybe. But for anyone who hasn't, my story's not as long as that one. It's literally he fucking shit his pants in my car.
My story was like a fucking whole episode.
Yeah. He fucking shit his pants in my car. I thought it was just a fart. Anyways, I had a slice of pizza that I was going to eat. And I was like, oh, I'm going to eat this on the way home. And when I picked up the slice, all the toppings fell on the chair. And I was like, oh, it's whatever. God made dirt. And so I put the stuff back on
I believe the 5 second. I don't believe in the 5 second rule. I believe in the 0 second rule.
Yeah, well, it was definitely a 0 second rule for that instant. Because when I picked it up, anyway, I got really explosive diarrhea the next day. I'm like, why? It's just a slice of pizza. Yeah, no, it's because I ate your fucking poo particles. And I love how that's a story that reflects on me poorly, but it starts with, you shit your pants in my car.
Well, I did.
It's like, sometimes you just shit your pants.
Sometimes you gotta tell it like it is, bro.
Yeah. It's like, who's more embarrassing? The guy that shit his pants or the guy that ate the shit of the guy that shit his pants?
The guy who shit his pants or the guy who ate my shit?
It's like, I don't know, man. The conversation's there.
Yeah, we got
All right, we did it.
Hey, you, young man.
Oh,
God, they're so disgusting looking.
yeah, it's like a fish. Ugh.
What's with his eyes?
I don't want to say what he looks like, but he's happy.
To me, he looks like a fucking... What are those fish suckers? The bottom feeder things.
Oh.
They just go around, like, sucking the algae out of the water or whatever.
Yeah,
What are they called?
Oh my god, they're jawless fish, agnathas or something.
I thought they were called bottom feeders.
Yeah. Yeah, they're jawless fish that just go on the bottom of the ocean. Just
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Yeah. I think their eyes point up as well so that they can see potential predators. I didn't know you could use your bow. Oh, she like went right into that one. Oh, that was nuts. I thought she had your...
Put it right in her...
I don't like what he's doing there. He's like a horse. Just
I was
kicking.
afraid you were going to forget about me.
I was afraid
now
not.
I'm free, thanks. I'm Shiro.
I'm Shiro.
For rescuing me, I'll tell you about something
But some dessert.
What?
In order to cross the haunted wasteland, you
need the eye of truth. Yeah. Why couldn't they just say lens of truth?
Question. Serious question. I thought you need Epona to do a,
No.
You don't need to do that?
No.
Oh. I don't know why, but I thought you needed to do that to,
Nope.
To even have access to the desert.
The archery?
Yeah.
Nope. Open the gate. Oh.
Well, then don't.
Sorry, I forgot. You're not important.
Your lipstick is gross.
God, I thought that was just their lips.
Oh.
Yeah. Get down on the fucking ladder. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody.
We'll see you on the next one. Make sure to like,
Comment, and subscribe.
What he said.